This roulette system was crafted using artificial intelligence, and CEG used it to easily win $400 in their live trials. And if you hit through both cycles, you can turn a $10 bet into over $450. Let's check out David's 135 together today on JackAce. What up, donkeys? Today we're going to look at a roulette system created by ChatGPT. And Alex from the CEG Dealer School was able to use it to win over $400 on his channel. The buy-in for 135 is only $200, so even the poorest of donkeys can buy in and play. The starting bet for 135 is just $10. That means we're starting with 20 bullets. And later I'll show you how we can scale the system both up and down. 135 is really easy to bet. You never make more than one bet for each tier. To start, you're going to bet $10 on any dozen or column. We're going to be betting the third dozen because I'm lazy AF. On that first tier, when you hit, you're going to win $20 and move on to the next tier. For tier 2, you take the $30 that's still on the table and you move it to any even money bet. My lazy ass is going to be betting on the high numbers. When this hits, of course, you win $30 and you're going to move on to tier 3. For the third tier, you're going to pluck $10 off the table and bet $50 of your 60 and put it on another dozen or column. When this hits, you're going to win $100. And after hitting this 3-win cycle, we're going to start a new cycle. We're going to be betting 20, then 60, then $100 on the 4th, 5th, and 6th tiers. And since this is a positive progression system, that means we proceed to the next tier when we win and we go back to step 1 when we get whacked. If you hit through both cycles, you'll be up $450 from when you started. So let's get into it.
No more bets.
We're starting with a $7.88 million balance and we're playing on a 00 wheel. 13, that's a whack, minus 10. Not a good start. As I've already mentioned, this is a positive progression system. That means you change your bets up when you win, trying to make a bigger score. Since I've already touched up on the bets, I'm going to run through them again quickly. 27, that's a hit. We win 20, and we're going to increase our bet to 30. Tier 1 is a $10 bet on any dozen or column. Hitting that will give you a $20 gain. Tier 2 is a $30 bet on any even money bet. That's a $30 win. 10, that's a whack. Minus 30 and start over on step 1. Tier 3 is a discounted $50 bet on a dozen or column. And that wins $100 when you hit. And tiers 4, 5, and 6 are just tiers 1, 2, and 3 doubled. 22, whack. And when you win on that 6th tier, I don't know, give yourself a pat on the back. Whether you reset to the first tier or continue betting $100 is up to you. Hopefully you've hit your goal with that win. 19, that's a whack. But when we hit that 6th tier, we're just going to reset to step 1. The wins should be pretty easy to figure out. Tiers 1, 3, 4, and 6 just win 2 to 1. Tiers 2 and 5 are just even money bets. 29 plus 20. If you enjoy discussing gambling systems, join my Discord. We have a pretty active community of around 700 degens like you. We love talking about gambling, so join today. Go to step 2, which is $30 on an even money bet. Since this is a positive progression system, we can count the number of bullets that we have. And 6, that's a whack. The suggested buy-in is $200 and we have a starting bet of $10, so that means we have 20 bullets. When do you walk away? CEG kept playing even after winning $400, but you should probably walk when you're up $200 or more. 23, whack. It really depends on how much of a degen you are. You can pick $100, $200, or $400 as your target. With the $10 starting bet, you're expected to lose 27 cents per spin on that first tier on a single 0 wheel. 4, lose. And 53 cents per spin on a 00 wheel. You'll have to multiply these values by 135 or 2, 6, 10 to get the expected loss for all the other tiers. 33, that's a hit, plus 20, and we're going to parlay this on the high numbers. You have 32.4% coverage for the dozen bets on a single 0 wheel and 31.6% coverage on a 00 wheel. 3, whack. We haven't gotten past step 2 yet. For the dozen bets, you have 25 whacks on single 0 and 26 whacks on 00. For the even money bets, you have 19 and 20 whacks on single and double. Another whack. Comps, we don't need no stinking comps. With a $10 starting bet, don't even start the comp conversation. You won't be getting squidoosh. 13, that's a whack. What are the pros for this system? This is a pretty good positive progression system. It's really simple and there are no pushes. I hate pushes. 0, that's a whack. We're having a hard time even getting past this first step. What are the cons? It's going to be difficult to hit for the cycle. You only have a 5.1% chance of hitting one cycle, which is about 2 in 39. 20, whack. Hitting both cycles, the probability is about 0.262%. That is 1 in 382 attempts. Not very good. 3, that's a whack. If you'd like me to review your roulette system, fill out this Google form. And if you'd like me to fast track the review of your system, join my Patreon. Patreon members get access to spreadsheets that I've written for gambling, a crap simulator spreadsheet, and a roulette simulator spreadsheet I've written for gambling. And I think I'm gonna make my spin tracking spreadsheet available for Patreon members as well. You also get discounts at my JackAce merch store. And in general, it just helps support the channel. Okay, 27, that's a hit. We win 20, and we're gonna bet 30 on the high. Alternate bets. There is never a simpler way of making a single bet. Your only options are to move that bet around or break it apart into smaller bets. So instead of betting $10 on a dozen, you can bet $5 each on 2 double streets. Now we're gonna get 50 on the third dozen. Other than that, just betting the dozen or column is gonna be the simplest bet you can make. The same goes with the even money bets. So 16 is not the third dozen, so we get whacked and we're gonna start over. If you like learning about roulette systems, go to my site, jackace.com. There I have a catalog of over 550 roulette systems. You can sort them by my rating, by the average bet size, by the buy-in, drill down to see spin-by-spin results. And you can also check out a tool I've written called the Roulette Bet Analyzer. There you can enter your roulette bets. It'll show you how much you're gonna win for every result, what your expected loss per spin is, what your expected comp value per spin is, and what percent coverage of the wheel you have. We're currently down 130. We are down 13 bullets. 33, that's a win. There's a little room for scaling with this system. Since the starting bet is $10, you can divide by 2 or 5 if you want to go lower. You can even divide by 10 if you can find a $1 minimum electronic table game or ETG. 23, that's a hit. That's the second half. And if you want to hit the high limit salon, you can use a $100 bet as your starting bet. Of course, that requires a $2,000 buy-in for your 20 bullets. And we just lost that bullet, so minus 50. And if you're betting $100 or more as your starting bet, you should definitely be playing on a single zero wheel. Don't play this on a double zero wheel at that starting point. And whatever you do, do not play this at all on a triple zero wheel. 35, that's a win, win 20. And we're gonna bet 30 on the high numbers. 22, we win 30, just barely. Question of the day, are you guys gonna be watching the Oscars this year? I don't think I've seen a single film in theaters that wasn't for kids. The only 2 movies I've seen this year were Wonka and Moana 2 with my daughter. 12 whack. I usually watch a ton of movies, but I just haven't had a chance to watch anything recently. I haven't even seen Wicked, but I heard it was just basically a ripoff of Teen Witch. It's about a witch in school trying to make her friend
popular. You're gonna be popular.
16 whack. I've seen a ton of stuff on TV and on Netflix, but nothing in theaters. Another 16 whack. And today I'm giving away roulette wheel stickers to a lucky subscriber. If you want to win a few JackAce stickers, just type "top that" in the comments below. A winner will be picked randomly and I'll contact you to get your details. 19 whack.
Top that.
We are currently down 160. We have 4 bullets left. Also, check out my JackAce merch store, shop.jackace.com. There we have a ton of gambling merch, both roulette and craps and blackjack, video game merch, crypto merch, Rubik's Cube merch, and of course JackAce branded merch as well. 5, that's a whack, minus 10. 3 bullets left. 32, that's a hit, win 20, and we're gonna bet 30 on an even money bet. 6, that's a whack. We are down 180, down to our last 2 bullets. 26, that's a hit.
No more bets.
10, whack, and we're down to our last bullet.
No more bets.
So 0, that's a whack, minus 10, we are down 200. We got clapped there. So that's how 135 did in our live trials. We really couldn't get any traction and we lost our entire $200 bankroll. We got to the 3rd tier, but we never hit that 3rd tier even once. But let's check out 135 in the JackAce simulator.
What up, donkeys? JackAce here, and we're testing 135 in the JackAce Roulette Simulator. We're going to be increasing our $200 starting balance to $300, $350, and $400. That's an increase of $100, $150, $200, 50%, 75%, and 100%. Trying to increase our balance by $100. We were successful 56.5% of the time, 52.6 and 49% of the time on single, double, and triple zero. Not that much drop off there. Trying to increase our bankroll by 75%. We were successful 47.3, 43, and 37.4% of the time on single, double, and triple. Again, not a lot of attrition. And then trying to double our bankrolls. We were successful 39.4, 34.7, and 29.8% of the time on single, double, and triple zero wheels. So quite a bit of degradation going from 50% to 100%, but not that much attrition going from single zero to triple zero. That's because these are happening in very few spins, under 50 in all cases, under 30 for the 50% increase. As you probably know, the more spins you have, the more bets you're making, the more that additional zero is going to affect you. Let's take a look at the trials graph. We could not get the motor going at all. We only hit 2 wins in a row a couple of times. Everything else was loss after loss with the occasional one-off win. So this was just a horrible, horrible run. We were way under the expected value, that orange dotted line. And let's take a look at the number map. Second dozen was really hot. Third dozen was really cold. That's what we were mostly betting on. No numbers really stand out as being hit a lot. A couple numbers hit 3 times, and that was the max. But we can take a look at the radar map. That's what we're seeing here as well. Just a couple of numbers hit 3 times. But again, we didn't really have that many spins. We only had 34 spins. So this was just a quick trial. It was really quick because we did not have any traction at all. Surprisingly, we had more spins than the average. But overall, probably not a typical sample size. But yeah, we did what we would expect to see with 34 spins.
So here's what I thought of 135. For betting simplicity, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. You never need to make more than a single bet. That means I had to give the system a 5 out of 5 for betting simplicity. For progression simplicity, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I give all flat betting systems a 5 for progression simplicity. This wasn't as easy as a flat betting system, but it's a very lightweight, positive progression system. Nothing too difficult about playing this at all. Chip uniformity, 3 out of 5 stars. You won't use a ton of chips for most bets, but if you hit through the cycles, you might be betting 20 or even 40 $5 chips. Other than that, you mostly are going to be betting a small stack. Jackpot potential, 3 out of 5. If you choose to only play through one cycle, there's about a 5% chance you'll hit. If you want to play the full 6-bet cycle, you're about a 1 to 380 dog. But I still think there's potential for winning multiples of your buy-in. At least it's better than Martingale. Scalability, 3.5 stars out of 5. This is mostly scalable upwards. If you scale it down, you'll have to go to an ETG. Comp value, 1 star. Just no. You will not get any comps with this unless you scale it way up. So overall, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. I like this system, but there are much better positive progression systems out there. As you saw in the live trials, we had a really hard time getting the motor running. And as I showed you in the calculations, you're very unlikely to hit for both cycles. CEG never got past the 5th tier, but they still gave this system the double grapefruit. I didn't do as well as them, but I still think it has potential. If you enjoyed this content, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly. Never play 000 roulette. And peace out, donkeys. Hey,